Now, we'll get back to that story a little bit later on. Occupy Parliament protest held on Tuesday, and those that continue today in Mombasa seemingly herald a new era in the history of anti-protest. Now, these strategies used to rally support and manage protesters differed sharply from what we are accustomed to. Yesterday, mass action was led by young, tough, tech-savvy, informed and assertive Kenyans, contrasting with past protests associated with opposition leader Raila Odinga. Various leaders have come out to support the Gen Z's demonstration, as Grace Nganga reports.
They are popularly known for taking over the social media scene, showcasing the latest dancing trends, using the space for influencer marketing. But little did we know there is something more in them. Tuesday, Kenyans were shocked following the new crop of fearless youth who stormed the capital, Nairobi, with placards chanting for their rights, demystifying the stereotype that protests only belong to a certain age. This time, the opposition, led by Raila Odinga, was not needed in the typical anti-government protest on the high cost of living.
Now let us. We miss you, but Agwambo, please don't even come outside. Don't come outside. Tunatoka on your behalf, okay?
The same youth that the president enticed during the campaign period seems to redefine politics in the country. For this, Odinga, among other politicians, were left impressed for the fearless initiative they took. Through his X platform, Odinga said, and I quote, "I'm a very proud father today. Hongera sana to the young lady and all those who bravely stood up for their rights." End of quote. Narok Senator Ledamo Olekina said, and I quote, "Way to go, Generation Z. We will support you. The revolution will not be televised. It will bite hard. Mad respect for Gen Z." End of quote. The Azimio allies maintain that the pressure needs to be imposed on MPs to reject the bill that is currently on the floor of the House.
They've made a few changes. I mean, it's like a poison drink. They've poured just part of it.
Mobilization and coordination for the protest were done on social media, defying the doubts of observers such as President William Ruto's economic advisor, David Ndii, who downplayed the potency of digital activism. The revolution began on social media, with Kenyans expressing their views and discontentment with the bill. Although we could hardly know of the arrested protesters in the past, with forced determination and modern technology, this time they took with their phones documenting every moment that unfolded, even in police cells and in police trucks. The young people demanded to be heard. By the end of the day, over 300 protesters were arrested, with calls for their release increasing. This, as warnings of a resolution seem to have been prophesied months before.
People will recover their agency, and they'll tell this regime enough is enough. And I would encourage Kenyans to use their agency.
And the movement becoming a reckoning moment for the Kenya Kwanza government.
If we don't deliver, those hustlers will send us out of power.
The protests are meant to influence and pressurize MPs to vote against the bill and its proposed taxes, which have been perceived as punitive. Grace Nganga, KT News, Nairobi.